everyone, my name is Shanling Crossan and welcome back to another episode of the Shanling Station. So I decided to do this episode on my hobbies. So I wasn't going to make this episode because someone passed away in my family. I don't really know them that well, but the way they passed wasn't the greatest and they were quite young, so yeah. But I'm going to do this podcast to take my mind off of it because from my last episode, my bullying episode, you are aware of my mental health and that I have depression. So what happened this morning or yesterday morning really triggered me. So I've decided to do this podcast to keep my mind off of it. But also, listen to this podcast, comment your hobbies down below. It can be anything, big or small. Some of my hobbies, what would you consider a hobby? Something you do? Something you think of? I guess. So, one of my hobbies is YouTube. Obviously, it's one of my hobbies. I love editing videos. One of my favorite things to do. I love getting loads of clips that I've filmed or that I've it's still filming if you record it on a Switch or something, and piling them up together to make them more interesting for someone to look at them. Sometimes I don't always put transitions because it makes the video look distracting. To me, anyway. Of my hobbies is video gaming. I play quite a bit of video games. I've been playing quite a bit of Minecraft recently. I've just recently got back into the Business Craft server. I wasn't on there before due to my toxic ex was there, so I decided not to. And then I thought, you know what, I'll just do it because I miss my server friends that were on there. So I went back on there and found out that he had been kicked from the server, so that's good. But yeah, I like Minecraft. I like Animal Crossing. I've recently got Animal Crossing New Leaf on a DS, 3DS. I've never had a 3DS before, so it's very new to me. So I'm still trying to get used to it. I'm still playing Animal Crossing New Horizons a lot more than New Leaf, but that's because that's what I'm used to. Some more of my hobbies is photography. I love photography. I also like Sims as well, as you can tell from my channel. I have been doing more Sims videos because I really like doing the Lucid Legacy challenge. I know those videos don't get as many views as my Animal Crossing ones, but I really do enjoy making them. And I feel like with YouTubers, you can really tell if someone's enjoying making something. And after a while, I kind of got a bit of a block, and I'm kind of trying to get all of the creativity back with my my beach resort island. So I'm looking up stuff. I'm even going out and seeing what I've got around where I live. Because I wouldn't say I live near a beach resort, but I live near a beach destination. Some more of my hobbies is photography, obviously, I said that before, but I did creative media in college when I left school, and then I did film and photography in the half of the year of uni that I went to, because Harvard referencing really does bite me, but I'm not doing that anymore, so I just do photography. I did because I was in one of the top 100s. I saw my photo of two swans on, if you do live in England, you'll know this show called Countryfile. It's like the calendar that happens every summer, and basically it's for charity. I think it's for some animal charity. Can't remember what RSPCA or something. And basically my swan picture was the top 100, so I was very happy with that. When I first started working, I saved up to £400, and then my auntie gave me another 400 that I didn't have to give back. to buy myself a camera. That was a Nikon a Nikon? No, I don't buy Nikons. A Canon 60D, a Canon 60D. I think with photography, everyone's got their different like preferences. I prefer like Canons. They're more easier for me to use. When I first got into photography, I was using like the tiny little ones that you'd have like the little wristband, and also I'd use the disposable ones, the Kodak ones. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. Also in uni, I really did enjoy photography, like because in the uni and the college, there was a studio, a photography studio, and oh my god, it was so good. I knew my way around that. I knew how to do all of the different lighting, and my favorite photography in the whole entire world is black and white portraiture photography. Kind of like David Bailey, if you know who that is. He did all of the, I think he's still alive. I can't remember. But I've researched him every single year. Every single year, they're like, research a photographer. I'm like, I've got ya. David Bailey. Because he did like one of the Queen, he did one of the Craze. He's done loads of photography. David Bowie, so many. I just love black and white photography because it really shows you can have like different moods and different like scenarios with the different lighting. Because with black and white photography, obviously you're not focusing on the color because there is no color. So it's more about the lighting, the shades, the expression, where you put the light in. If you put it underneath, it looks very sinister. If you have like the bright face, then it's going to look quite happy. And then if you don't have any light or just to the side of their face, they look quite sad or angry. But yeah, that's me like being a bit of a nerd when it comes to photography. I like filming videos. I like filming films. When I was in college, the first film I made was about claustrophobia. And then the second one I made was about vampires. It was a vampire / psycho film called what was it called? I can't remember now. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, I got like the makeup people, and I filmed the makeup people and just did the time lapse. And then that was like 40 minutes. It took ages to do that, but I love how the huge amount of effort that you put into something turns into something great. Obviously, it was my first film, so I did have stuff that I needed to change and bits that didn't look very professional. But it's a college film, you know. It's not Hollywood, so you know you gotta make mistakes to learn from them. And then I did a transgender short film called Trapped on YouTube, if you want to see it. And it took me forever to do the research and to actually get the actors and actress, because I wanted to actually portray the transgender humans as transgender actors. So I weren't going to have like a cis female playing the role of the transgender female, because that don't work. And I learned so much from that experience. I learned so much about gender dysphoria, body dysphoria, or dysmorphia. So much from it. I learned so much. I've like tried to put myself in their shoes as much as I can to film it, because obviously I had to write it, and it was so good. The actor and the actress that was in it were so amazing. They answered my questions about stuff like, you know, if their parents were accepting of it. One was, the other one was not. So it was really hard to hear that, but I also put that into the actual film. Some of my other hobbies is watching Netflix, watching K-dramas and listening to K-pop. I love doing that. I love K-pop. I've loved K-pop since I was 16. So 6 years ago, nearly 7 years ago. But yeah, I just really do. I used to like the community a lot more than I do now. I've kind of left the community of the K-pop stan community because it can be quite toxic. So I just kind of just listen to them and support them without like being on Twitter. Because it's not very nice sometimes. Everyone's got different opinions about different groups. To me, I like every single group as long as there's not like someone that's being really mean or something, a member that's been horrible or has done bad stuff, then I'll support them. But my favorite K-pop groups, I think I've said this in before. My favorite K-pop groups are Stray Kids, 17, BTS, Blackpink, New Jeans, Twice, and also 50/50. 50/50 are quite new, but oh my gosh, I tell you. If you've listened to that Barbie song from the Barbie movie, also I'm going to see that. I might be 22, but I want to. And also, basically, I forgot to mention, I made a documentary about coping mechanisms, and I kind of shared that YouTube is a good coping mechanism for me when it comes to putting out content and getting good feedback from it, or even just having a few people watch it. I don't really mind if there's one person that watches my content or whether there's 50,000 people that watch my content. As long as it kind of changes one person's life, or if it kind of makes someone's day, then that's all that matters to me. One of my other hobbies is uh I like reading a bit. I get very bored. Bored, but I kind of lose interest. There's this book that I've been reading called Royal, what is it? Red, White and Royal Blue. It's coming on Prime next month. So if you do want to see me next month, I might pre-record all of my podcasts because I'm going to be watching quite a few dramas. They have Heartstopper season 2 is coming out. They've got Red, White and Royal Blue, like four LGBTQ plus dramas and films. I'm kind of, but I might make a podcast on those. You never know. I really do like it. What else? I like BL dramas. So if you don't know what BL dramas are, they're boy love dramas. So it's basically like a K drama, but the couple is two males. So I just really love it. It's just so cute. My favorite one to watch. I've watched it a few times. Is Lovesick the series. My favorite. I love it. Also my favorite K-drama. I said I was watching K-dramas, but I didn't say my favorite is Boys Over Flowers with Lee Minho. Because of Lee Minho. No, I started watching it ages ago and it was so good that I was like, yes. Also, I like Playful Kiss as well. I don't know where to watch that. I think I might have to watch that on some kind of site that I'm not going to mention. I also like collecting plushies. I know I'm 22 years old, but I think as long as I'm not hurting anyone and I'm not being offensive or anything, then I can collect a few plushies. And if you do want to see a video of me showing you my plushies, then comment down below. Do you want me to show you my plushies? I've got a Build-A-Bear. I've got some Disney ones that my mum gave me for, I think I was just after I was born. She went to Disneyland Paris and got some plushies. And then I got a Bluey plushie, I've got some Squishmallows, and I'm starting to collect the Minecraft characters as well. I've got the bee one, but I really, really want the axolotls, and I think I also might want the cow as well, and the sheep. Basically, I want all of them. So basically, I want every single one, but yeah. I also really like watching Bluey, and I also like watching Miraculous Ladybird, which at the end of this month, the movie's coming out, so I'm going to be so happy. I love it. I really do. I really love kids' TV shows, but sometimes it goes in between. Like I could make a documentary. I could make a podcast about my coping mechanisms and the reason why I watch kids shows and why I like dress a certain way or wear certain outfits and stuff like that. Or I used to play with toys quite a lot when I was older. I think I finished playing with Pets at Home. I think playing with Littlest Pet Shops when I was about 15. I'm just very young for my age, but I do know how to act my age when it comes to acting my age. So yeah, comment your hobbies down below. Do you have any good hobbies? Do you have any hobbies where you're like, I shouldn't really say this because it's a bit embarrassing? Just say it. I mean, if you know, to me, as long as you're not hurting anyone, you can like whatever you like. You know, if you're someone like you're a guy in your 30s and you like Barbies or My Little Pony, you do you. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you do you. Do whatever makes you happy. One of my hobbies as well, this is a very big hobby that everyone does, spending money. Not very good at saving it. I don't know why. I think it's because I keep on finding Squishmallows. Again, thank you, Froggy Crossing. I'm not saying that for a bad thing. I just, Froggy Crossing got me into the good old, Also, streaming is a hobby as well. I have quite a few hobbies. I like drawing. I'm bad at drawing, but I like doing it. I like doing colouring. I've got Froggy Crossing's colouring book that I'm still in the process of colouring. I don't do it all at once because I just want to, colour one page at once. I also like doing word searches. I think it's really good for my brain. I don't use it much, so. I also like walking my dog. That's good. It helps me leave the house as well, which is really difficult for me sometimes. Coming to leave the house. So if I've got an excuse, like I have to take Storm for a walk or I have to give her some exercise, then it's an excuse to leave the house. What else is my hobbies? I used to like tennis, not really anymore. I used to go out and play tennis quite a bit. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of my hobbies. I like Sudokus as well. But yeah, thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far. If you haven't, well, you won't be hearing this part, so it's fine. Yeah, comment down your hobbies. Don't be afraid to share it. Also, if you're listening to this now, I've changed. I've still got Twitter, but I've gone on to the bandwagon and I've got Threads, which is Shanling Crossing. So if you do want to follow my Threads account, then you can. It's just so as I can post a bit more and keep you guys updated. And also, I know I'm rambling on, but I've started doing Twitch streams again, and I'd like to know some opinions on what my schedule should be. I want to at least stream about 3 to 4 times a week on there. I'm still going to keep YouTube to once a week, just so as I still have enough time to do videos. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to ask. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on Tuesday with another video. Bye, Shanlings. Bye.